Once upon a time, on a dark and stormy night, two sisters argued, giving quite a fright. Over a cupcake they bickered and fought, while their bedtime approached as it ought. Little Sarah felt anger, her heart filled with dread, as she stomped up the stairs and climbed into bed. Her sister, dear Emily, sighed and gave chase, but with one last glare they slept in their place. In the middle of the night, with a flutter and a breeze, Sarah's window opened, her dreams left to freeze. Rubbing her eyes, she rose from her bed to close the window, still feeling some dread. As she turned to retreat to her cozy warm quilt, a bone-white boy appeared, dressed to the hilt. A Victorian suit, coat-tails and tall socks, a black top hat which gave her quite a shock. "Who are you?" Sarah stammered, her voice just a squeak. Her courage it wavered, her legs felt so weak. "I am Twilight Nat," he replied with a grin, "and behind me Little Chew as black as sin." The monster loomed large, a dark, smoky haze, yellow eyes glowing, sharp teeth to amaze, and on its dark head a top hat it wore, as Sarah wondered what fate had in store. "What do you want?" she asked with a tremble, trying to be brave, as her fears did assemble. "We've come to eat you," the boy did confess, but Sarah stayed calm despite the distress. "Why eat me?" she questioned, her voice growing bolder. "I'm not fat and juicy, just skin and bone on my shoulder." Twilight Nat smiled and said, "My dear, you see, it's not your body we crave, but your animosity. Your anger and quarrels make us strong, feeding on discord where we belong. So give us your anger, your envy, and spite, and we'll leave you in peace to sleep through the night." Sarah thought for a moment, her heart starting to mend, realizing her anger was not worth a friend. "I'll let go of my anger, my envy and fear, for my sister I love, and I'll hold her near." With that the room shimmered, the monsters disappeared. Sarah's heart was now light, no longer ensnared. She climbed into bed with a smile on her face and vowed to be kinder, their bond to embrace. The next day, Sarah hugged Emily tight, apologizing for their terrible fight. They shared the last cupcake, laughter and cheer, knowing the love they held for each other was dear. From that day on, they promised to be kind, to work through their differences and not be confined, for they learned that the monsters of the night feed on anger and fear, but love is their kryptonite.